You might be feeling very alone if you are going through withdrawal. And if that is you, I'm so sorry. But I also wanted to encourage you because it's not going to always feel that way. And in this video, we're going to talk about feeling alone and how that is just a normal part of withdrawal and ways to cope with and manage that loneliness and to dispel it. And just the hope also on the other side that you're not gonna always be in that lonely reality of just suffering. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So stay with me and let me be your withdrawal buddy today. Don't be alone today. And because this is a really hard thing and I don't think any of us should be at it alone. So, all right, so some of the truths that I have hung on to through withdrawal that have helped me survive is knowing how many people, or just having like an idea of how many people are also going through this. So if you've joined any forums, any groups, any online groups, and you've seen there are thousands and thousands of people who are going through this right now, thousands of people who have gone through this and are better. And so this is not a just you thing. When you're going through the symptoms, it has this very isolating effect because almost can feel like you're in a different realm or a different reality, and all the parts of your normal life in some ways may have to disappear for a while or be on a shelf. Like maybe you used to love going to the gym and you'd see people there and now you can't, or maybe you used to be part of different groups and hang out with friends or do different meetups or different hobbies, and maybe you can't like do those same hobbies. You used to love to bike or whatever it may be. It's like you may have lost either your love for those things or ability to engage in them somehow physically, or because of the physical symptoms, or because of the mental symptoms and what a barrier those can be. For a while I couldn't really leave the house, or it was just so extreme, it was so hard, and so I wasn't leaving the house very much at all, and that was really, that just is isolating. Sorry, I keep moving this in a weird way. So there might be a lot of loss that you're experiencing, and I just, like, that's not gonna last forever, because you will regain those hobbies, those connections, those drives and desires to see people and to be able to engage with them again. But those things can go dormant, and then also some relationships can. So like maybe there's friends that you have like had that are really deep, wonderful relationships, or just people you've really enjoyed being with, and you don't, like, they aren't able to understand what you're going through, and so you feel even more alone even if you do see them, or you feel really bizarre and like super isolated and separated. So that is just like the suffering of withdrawal. It is terrible to feel that much loss, but my comfort to you is just like, it isn't like a permanent loss of those relationships and connections. And like one withdrawal friend I talked to said she lost all feelings for her husband. She had like no feelings at all, like they were just completely gone. And then it was so sad for both of them. They both felt that pain, and that was just such a heartache. But it didn't stay that way. She healed, and so she, it all came back. So just if you're in that situation where it's just like you feel like you're never going to want to see your friends again, or you're never going to be able to connect with them, or you're never going to feel love again, it's not true, that's gonna heal. It's part of the healing process, but it is really isolating right now. And so the trick is figuring out how to cope and survive with this right now. And so you may feel very alone, but you're not alone, because a lot of people have gone through this, and a lot of people still care about you and want to be with you and want to connect with you. That still all exists, just your ability to engage with that and to be able to receive that is just maybe dormant right now. So that will restore. So please don't be afraid that you won't be able to connect. So then the surviving right now part, like what do you do if those friends that have been close to you, like they aren't able to understand what you're going through and they aren't able to talk with you about it, or it overwhelms them, or they shut down, or they don't get it, or you feel worse when you tell them because then you feel like you really are crazy, or all of this. So then what do you do? So that's where I would encourage you to lean on those who have been through this. And so that might mean, you know, it may mean you find a support group online. Maybe you sign up for one, for a call, like a Zoom call to support with like a coach. It may mean like going online and seeing the forums, and that there's just a lot of other people also going through this and they understand, and maybe you post something and others can relate to the symptoms you're experiencing. There is like a caveat with that, I would say, like just to take it in the doses that are helpful for you. So like at times it was helpful for me to go on and just remember there's thousands of other people going through this and someone else is having this symptom too. But the constant scrolling and reading everybody else's symptoms actually can be discouraging and make you more scared. So just because your brain is very vulnerable and very open to negative suggestions. So I would just say, like, pace that and just maybe like you may have to scale that back, and that's not like your main resource. But like finding other withdrawal buddies, like specific people to text and to encourage each other, and to be able to commiserate on what you are surviving, and to also be encouraging each other about healing. So like having withdrawal buddies, or being part of a healing group with a coach, meeting with a coach, withdrawal coach, even watching YouTube videos or following blogs or resources from people who've healed, like through Angie Peacock, Dan Launder, there's some others, Baylissa Frederick. There's just a lot of great resources to just read those, even if you're reading and rereading or listening and repeat listening. Positive encouragement and positive sources of support of people who really understand the symptoms, who really understand the nightmare. You know, it can feel like just a bomb went off in your life and you don't know if you're ever gonna recover and be normal again. So when you hear from people who've actually been through that degree of suffering and that they actually did recover, they are doing better, that is really encouraging. So just like hold on to those resources of support, and if there's like people in groups who are a little further along in their healing than you, that can also be really encouraging, because you may be able to see, okay, like maybe they're not 100%, but you know, they're 6 months further along, and look, they're driving places and they're you know, able to get their housework done and take walks, and you know, you can see like whatever it is from where you're at to where they're at, the progress that can be made. And so yeah, so those are my encouragements, is just like lean on those resources that really do help. And also, I'm here to watch my videos, and you can sign up for my email list, and I'd love to connect with you and talk with you as well. And that's in the description. You can see my link. And so, yeah, just lean on all of those supports. Know that you're not alone. Know that this does get better. Your mind is going to clear. Your thoughts will be able to become clearer and more organized. You will be able to enjoy normal life things again. I couldn't eat any sugar for a while. Like I think it would like keep me up at night. It was like I was like in absolute agony, almost like screaming. There were at times I just whole body like extreme suffering, just felt like I was gonna like, I don't know, like burn up or something, or just like just extreme panic that I couldn't even hold my body down or something. It was just very, it's even hard to put words to. It was just very extreme. Like I was like gonna not climb out of my skin, but like burst out of my skin in agony or something. And so that was very extreme, and I needed a lot of encouragement that my suffering wouldn't always be that extreme. And so that's my encouragement to you right now, is like I sleep through the night really well. I wake up having had plenty of sleep. You know, I'm able to get things done through the day and have a checklist and take walks and, you know, have good conversations. And I still like need to talk about withdrawal and be encouraged, but it's not all I need to talk about. So it's like degrees of healing. So I'm able to have some normal relationships that aren't just talking about withdrawal, where I'm just listening to other people and talking with them about what's interesting to them. So that's like starting to come back. So just the agony, the isolation, crying on your bathroom floor, unable to do absolutely anything or hardly anything, except like barely shuffle through a day. That does heal, and you will not stay in that place. And you might doubt that right now. You might be like, it's impossible, my situation's impossible. But just know, like, your body has a natural ability to heal. And so now that the drugs aren't there, it's working really hard to get that healing work done. And so in the meantime, it's a lot of suffering, but your body is doing the work to bring you back to a homeostasis, back to a place of calm and order and clear-mindedness. And so all that organizing work takes time, because there's a lot of growth and regrowth that needs to happen in your brain. So just be patient with yourself while your brain is healing, while your body is reorganizing, while your nervous system is getting re-regulated. And lean on those supports. Know that you're not alone. Know that healing's happening. And also, like, for me too, spiritually, it was so dark. But just know, like, you may feel like, okay, withdrawal may bring you to this place of like existential agony, and like feeling doomed. But God doesn't doom anyone who comes to him, and he is merciful and good. And so God hasn't turned on you, and just know that he's there, and he doesn't want you to be in this kind of agony. He wants you to have wholeness. And so that's my encouragement to you as well. And for me, that's coming to God through Christ, and that he, you know, I was reminded a lot in withdrawal of like things I didn't like about myself, or wrong things I'd done, or regrets. And so for me, it became like so important to remember, even on a regular basis, that like God is forgiving, and I receive that forgiveness through Christ, and he has a good future for me, has a hope and a future for me, and that anything wrong that I've done is forgiven, and he has so much good and grace for anyone who comes to him. So those are my comforts and encouragements for me personally, and I just wanted to share them with you. So take what you want from that, and just know that healing happens, and I'm here to walk with you through it in whatever way I can. So, all right, we'll talk to you again soon.